My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Hearthstone solo adventures here in the Dalaran Heist. We've got the anomaly summons. After a spell is played, a minion of the same cost is summoned. Don't need to do this wing for it, but I probably do want to just do like a big mage.
Magical beasts
Been a while.
fill these prison cells.
I promised Rafam that we will win.
Okay, I could do Streets of Dalaran, crowded streets. Could be effective. Prevents the enemy from flooding the board, but a lot of the big mage spells actually clear the board. Like, Meteor is usually 3 kills, if not 2. Dragon Rage obviously goes in. Dragon Rage? What's it called? Dragon's Flight? Flight of the Dragons? Something like that. 5 mana, deal, reveal a spell card from your deck, deal damage equal to its cost to all minions. Dragon's Fury, I think it's called, actually. That's obviously a really good board clear. Blizzard, also really quite high cost. Flame Strike, also quite high cost, right? So board clear isn't really a problem for us, so having the streets crowd shouldn't be too bad. SWAT, attack, and health. But that has been done with the mage, so regardless, I wouldn't have even done that. Alright, I guess we'll do this because it's possible we don't end up with board clear. And this helps us, like, avoid drafting board clear if we don't want to. So I probably want to go for burn. The Elements has a little bit more expensive in the top end with the Scorch, but the Scorch oftentimes costs 1 when you actually want to play it. I could also actually just go for a random mage deck. Yeah, I'm doing that. None of those work so significantly with anomaly summons that I want them over the possibility of getting a random mage deck that might just be better. Like, we might have a random mage deck here that has a Flame Strike in it, and that automatically makes it better than the rest of them, because that's a 7-drop attached with the 4 clear of the rest of the enemy's board.
Versus Wendy.
Give up your treasures. Interested in trying
I'm
something
almost entirely certain that Forbidden Flame would summon a 0 cost. In fact, I am entirely certain that Forbidden Flame would summon a 0 cost. It spends all of your mana, but it's a 0 cost that has the effect. Spend all of your mana, deal that much damage to an enemy. Hit the Thespian.
Alchemy is perfectly safe. Most of the time.
It's really important I play the cards as soon as they have their cost reduced, if at all available to me. Ooh, I wanted the Thespian to be hit. Don't take unexpected results.
1 for you, 1 for me.
Come on! Enemy just gets a GD board clear out of it. Alright, I'm going to use the Potion of Heroism here, literally just to draw a card. I'm going to reduce the cost of a card in my hand and just hope that the enemy doesn't take the card that has the reduced cost.
That won't do. On second thought, let's swap back.
Autograph? I suppose.
Investing all of my damage and Forbidden Flame into killing the enemy on board would have been just a tragic time. Just a wee bit of a tragic time.
Drink the
Cabal and Galaka here. Instead of the Galaka, I could have just gone for a Forbidden Flame.
1 for 1.
The thing is, this enemy does have the Deranged Doctor in their deck, so I suspect that I need to have big tier removal for that, but I guess that's Blast Crystal anyway. Kill me!
Okay. I'll take this.
Losing the Greater Healing Potion there is actually... Dang it! Ah! We're still, what, 3 off of lethal now? Which means we might have to start caring about the enemy's board. Also, Book of Spectres is in this deck, which is hilarious, because it's useless for us, right? We're not going to want Book of Spectres in here. Constant summon cards, summon twice as many. That should not work. Hang on.
We must band together, united.
I need to know. Yeah. Okay. So because the anomaly summoned a minion rather than my card summoning a minion directly, regardless of the fact that my card triggered an action that resulted in summoning the minion, they're not paired like that. Like, obviously, you know, if you play... what's another cause and effect that's a little more obviously removed, right? It's difficult. It's difficult. That seems like an obvious thing, but it isn't entirely obvious within the rules of card games. We could end up losing this first match. I'm just gonna try and deck out the enemy here, I think. Can't even play it. Oh, really? Let's get a taunt.
Wow, you're playing with some dangerous ingredients there.
I played out the other card here because Book of Spectres is garbage. If the enemy has it and plays it, they're dead. Yeah, if they don't play it, they just get to wait until I kill them. Beautiful. Starting with an extra mana crystal is going to allow us to play our spells a lot faster. So we've got Khadgar and Unexpected Results in the same deck as the Soot Spear. That's not bad. And an Evolved Kobold. Nice. We've actually got some spell damage in here. I thought the Kobolds was actually my enemies. Yeah, we have to ignore the theming of the Book of Spectres here. That's not going to help us. Let's take the Crystal Gem. Looking for big spells here. Okay, no big spells. I'm also just looking for, like, secrets. Secrets are also actually quite good here. So the primary reason that secrets would actually be quite good in this deck is because secrets just costing 3 and then playing, like, a strong secret deck, and then also having the extra effect of summoning a 3-cost minion whenever you naturally play one. It's pretty good. You have a little bit of mech theming in this deck in Soot Spear already. We could try and lean into that, but like a tech mech deck is like, at best, it's not good. The worst turns for a secret deck are turns 1 and 2, so skipping past one of those turns with the Crystal Gem is pretty good. But obviously this is far from a secret deck right now. Does it have any secrets in it? Has the Cabal, the Medivh's Valet, and then what was the other card that we just picked up? I think the other card was a secret, but I don't think it was a good one.
Rock and Issue versus Applebow. A fire.
Oh! Yeah, it's not a good one.
You look flammable.
Alright. We'll leave it in hand, though. Just because if we naturally cast it, that's a 3-cost. If we don't naturally cast it, then we're playing it with the Cabal, so we get a 2-1 out, and then we get a 0-cost minion as well, because the Ice Block costs 0 at that point. The Cabal being the 1-mana 2-1 Battlecry, your next secret this turn costs 0. Probably gonna Spell Stopper here and Hero Power this turn. I gotta make sure that I control the enemy's board here. I previously underestimated that, and whoo, buddy, that was a bad idea.
You are on fire.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Just got a phone call I had to quickly go to. Grove Tender gives each of us a mana crystal. Not entirely necessary, I think. So I can't really sack any of my board here, unfortunately. So I can't just like evolved Kobold and then Unexpected Results and actually fill my board from that. So instead I'll probably go Galaka and Cabal.
Right away.
And try and keep the enemy's board clear. There's no way I'm just going to let them Savage Draw me. Okay. Okay, it looks like they actually think they're on the defensive, which I strongly disagree with, but I appreciate that that's what they think.
Right away.
Otherwise, life would be much harder for me.
In the light's name.
There we go. That'll do. Develop a big minion only this turn. Come on. I had not seen the Savage Toss ability before. To the lowest health enemy. I see. I'm probably still dead here. I played poorly around that ability, but also, like... God, the enemy just floods the board. And they invest the rest of their energy in clearing my board here. No, they apple toss first. All right. Still think I'm probably dead here, but we'll see.
Straight from Gilneas.
Someday I'll be just
The enemy being able to use summoning in order to summon the minions to the board here really, really quickly, and then constantly threaten lethal with the Savage Roar was really savage. Yeah, I die if I play the Book of Spectres, and I die if I don't do anything here, so.
We must band together, united for Dalaran. Converting stored energy.
Womp womp. Just gonna kill myself here. So the other option was obviously Forbidden Flame the Sorcerer's Apprentice here, but then I just die already. See the enemy's incoming damage. Their hero power, if not their minions, if not anything else. Good lord!
Rises to the top.
That is a rough enemy to be fighting now. Hang on, the Shaman hasn't done this? Okay, so I'm gonna try and do another Murloc Shaman. I've been offered Fishy, I have to go with it. Transform a friendly minion to one that costs one more. No, Shaman's... Sorry, Murlocs is typically quite cheap, so you typically want to go for some draw to pair with them. Hey. So attack and defense is swapped in this area. Got to keep that in mind as well. So, in particular, what does that mean for me? Well, it means that I don't want to take one of what is usually the strongest cards for this class and this archetype, doing Murloc and Shaman, or Shaman and Murloc, respectively. That is to say that I'm not going to want to take the Primal Fin Totem, because that's a 0/3 totem that summons a 1/1 Murloc every turn. Really, really good value. However, flip its stats, it's a 3/0 totem, it hits the board and immediately dies. That's not so good.
I feel empty inside.
I'm not playing the Witchy Lackey to evolve that and then attack face. Oh god. The enemy has such good minions here. I'm very glad to have gotten the Sylph in here though. There are like 4 minions in the entire game. 4 2-cost minions in the entire game that have 0 attack. Good luck for us, I guess. I don't think I need many more Murlocs to complete the battle. Finish is nice. I mean, it's a 4-2. Helps me goes face.
Almost ran out of cards.
Alright. Happy to set up here.
I feel
That's not gonna save you.
Snip, 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 snip.
That's not gonna save you.
Take some off the side.
That's not gonna save you. I mean, it won't do anything. Normal that. I love how on board with my plan of killing you are, Keezy. Much appreciated. If people could just simply leap onto my blades, it would save me all of the dirty work of being an assassin. Murlocs typically have higher attack than they have health. Is that true? No. No, they're usually 2-3s and 2-4s and 2-5s and 2-3s and stuff. So they're flipping to become more aggressive. So unless we can buff their health in some fashion, First Aid Kit isn't incredible for us here. It can be fine, but it's not incredible. This gives us longer to live. This, obviously, both of these are just about extending our life, right? Then there's Wisdom Ball. We've seen Wisdom Ball before. It's not really good. It's really inconsistent. So you don't actually know what results it's going to give you. So for that reason, we're going to be taking Wisdom Ball. Again. Of course, again. I needed you to think that there's no way he's going to do the same joke again and then do the same joke again. It's the only way to roll, yeah? The rest of these are kind of garbage. These are really expensive for what wants to be a Murloc deck. This board clears, which is bad for a Murloc deck. I guess I'll take Legends. I don't want any of those in the deck, but I guess if we get that late in the game, they'll be particularly helpful. Hopefully we don't get that late in the game. And hopefully I get a better haircut sometime soon.
Vecina
I have a lot of fringe going on. It's way too much. Also, the headset doesn't help. Alright, so we'll obviously keep the Sludge Slurper. That's about it though. What's your 3 mana hero power here? That's gonna scare me. What is it? 2 damage to a minion lifesteal? That's fine.
Random legendaries are always good.
Yeah, I guess it is. I was attached to having a Murloc on the board, but it's fine to not have that. I'm gonna mutate this. Oh, come on! How many 5 mana minions have 1 health? I'm so mad. Ugh. I just wanted a better board state. It's so simple. It could have been so simple. Done 1 more damage to the face that turn with the Goblin Lackey. Thankfully, holding it seems to have been correct. Yikes. So annoying. Mutation's just constantly gone wrong. I'm glad I'm not playing this straight up mutate deck. I'm gonna take Carvings. Just because the rest of those are really quite low quality, but also we're gonna need some Murlocs soon, otherwise the whole thing we're trying to do is not gonna do. Nailed it.
Vecina versus a carousel.
Alright. Nothing to rotate to my board on the first turn, so we don't want to play a 1-drop. Keeping Hagatha's scheme could be good. The enemy does eventually get overwhelming. and having a minion that can generate another minion that might have most of its effect tied into its battle cry rather than the actual board state of that minion is pretty good. So we keep the Sludge Belcher. Sludge Belcher, Sludge Slurper. I can't say not Sludge Belcher. Well, here, the end of the enemy's turn, they will only get the Murloc Tiny Fin as long as I play everything to the left side of it here. What? That should have been to the face.
Random legendaries are always good.
It's a pretty good random legendary. Thankfully you did that, because the enemy also just got a random legendary, and I'm not super keen on how that happened. Ideally, I return that to hand just because if it's on the field, the enemy is going to be able to manipulate a way to take it to their side of the field. And as soon as they do that, I'm going to have to hack it the scheme for the board clear and everything gets reset. So I effectively need the enemy to just run out of cards on board. Oh, of course. Totems are all complete garbage. Thunderbluff Valiant was a garbage pick. All of that was awful. Not even gonna kill him? Oh. Thank you for the lackey back in hand.
My life is your shield.
Wait, I knew it was safe to attack the enemy face. I should have done that with this line. I'm just trying to make sure that they don't get to take White Eyes. Now, if I can try and leave Kobold Lackey there, but remove the rest of the board. So, like, this. That's pretty good. But it gets better if we do this as well. Damn it, again, I could have just attacked with that. I hate this encounter for one very important reason. It just breaks my brain. I do dumb things because, well, because I'm dumb, but also because the fight just, you know? Don't you know when just, hang on. Thankfully, I do know when I have lethal that turn. Sometimes. It's the sound a gun makes in my world. Kind of plug dart guns, but guns nonetheless. Use a treasure. Sorry for Scythe. Yeah. Yep, it's good and we got it early. Finally found our fishy. Basically anything that's not a Murloc, I'm happy to remove from this deck at this point. So hopefully we get the dismiss whole board thing. Yep. No. Yep.
Just don't cause any trouble.
So I can only dismiss one. Damn. Repeat all battle cries. No, not that good for us. Is there anyone on the enemy's board I want to recruit here? I think not. I probably want to tell a story on a Ghostlight Angler. That's always pretty good.
Heard this story before.
Then Kindle. We've got a fair few things here to remove.
Is something.
We don't have the ability to trigger Unite the Murlocs yet, but the goal is to be able to. Hagatha Scheme, like having a single copy in the deck seems useful, but maybe it's not. No, it's not. Because I'm going to want to be in control of the board the entire time, and having a symmetric board clear just means that I'll be clearing my own board a lot of the time here. Alright, so we brood, and we're looking for better options to recruit or dismiss. That's a dismiss. Yeah, the rest of these are like, okay, but that one's definitely a dismiss. There's also no recruit on that enemy board. Transform into a 4/4 copy of a different minion in our deck is complete garbage when we have completely garbage minions in our deck, so they synergize with hero powers and stuff. Not with hero power, sorry, with the archetype. Battlecry, summon a 1/1 copy of a random minion in your deck. At the end of your turn, gain 1/1. No.
Safe travels.
We'll just float that recruit.
It's Kravitz Laurent. He's written 37 steamy romance novels. Not that I have a collection.
All right. Let's go, Kravitz.
Vecina versus Kravitz.
Sorry, I'm a tad distracted. I'm still trying to figure out that logistical issue from earlier.
Let us resolve this.
Unite the Murlocs is never going to get triggered here, so I can throw that.
Here to peruse my steamy collection.
That's just a fine opener. So I have two Ghostlight Anglers in this deck. The one that I naturally picked and one that I had already in the deck. One of them is the one that's benefit from the 4/4. Or rather the +2/+2 making it a 4/4. Sadly, not both of them. I'll naturally play that. Destroy a random minion for each player. I don't think the enemy's going to have any like consistent board state as a result of that, so I'm just going to drop the lackey for the face, hoping to distract shots from my Diamol so that I can still hit.
All alone in this world. How sad.
What a complete garbage minion. For reference, 3/4 of the time, the Tuskar Totemic is going to summon a dead minion. That said, if I play it, it will die, which will buff the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. That's why I got the Flesh-Eating Ghoul out early, just in case that became relevant. Unless you're about to play something here. Neat. Alright. So we'll demonstrate with the Tuskar. So of course it summons the 1 in 4 chance of a totem that doesn't die. That's how that one always goes. Fishy.
For the last time, Dazik, you're not an orc. You're not nearly that cultured.
Cultured like an empty petri dish.
Vecina versus Dazik.
What is your hero power again?
Let us resolve this.
I forget.
quickly.
Probably not going to get Unite the Murlocs on here.
I will show no mercy.
Diamond 1 first, Sludge Slurper, possibly the Lackey as well, turn 2.
I've ensured you go first this game.
We always do. Tank up. And for armor. Neat. Oh. Thanks for that game. At the very least, we do have the ability to kill it, but gosh. Getting a 4/4 on turn 1 for free. Ridiculous. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, double attack. That's why I tapped last turn, because I knew I was going to be playing Flesh-Eating Ghoul this turn. Rather than needing to hold on to the mana, prevent the overload, so that I'd have the ability to call in the finishes or title search.
I'll show you the power of a true war chief.
Speak to me.
Probably just tap, call in the finishes here. Should have been the other order around, but still fine.
Made to fit.
All of these are pretty garbage minions with the whole flip thing going on, so I'm not going to Soul Reaper Scythe any of those. I'm also not going to develop the Soul Reaper Scythe, because if anyone's going to have the ability to remove my weapon, it's going to be a warrior. Should have killed the Armor Smith first there. It's fine. Ideally, I'd take this battle as long as it needs to be for Soul Reaper Scythe to get a really good target. That's not good enough. Oh! Well, we just got a pretty valuable hit. I only need to be able to control the board and wait until the Soul Reaper Scythe gets a good target. A 5/6 is like okay, but a warrior should really have something bigger than a 5/6. Hell yeah. Straight up return of Murloc to my hand. I may end up just trying to draw my opponent intentionally more cards. Just to get them to a card that I can use the Scythe on. Bingo! That's what we're looking for. Not only is it a big statted minion, but it has an immediate impact on the turn that it affects. It has an immediate impact on the turn that it gets summoned. It is the absolute gold standard of what I want here. And look at this minion die. It's been a 1 in 4 each time. Maybe it's been hard-coded, so the Tuskar Totemics can't give you 0-2 that flips to a 2-0 and immediately dies. I can't imagine why that'd be the case, because that's like very special consideration, but I guess it could be.
Random legendaries are always good.
Yeah, I'll agree in this case. That said, the fact that I have to say in this case means that I'm not agreeing with it in general, because you're saying always, so therefore, no, they aren't. How dare you say so? Yeah, you're not gonna win this one. You would have had to start with a brawl there, otherwise. I'm gonna see exactly how many tricky things we can get off here. Didn't get another rush minion or anything like that. Sorry, another charge minion or anything like that. We would have had just direct lethal hitting the face. Oh well. Expedite is incredible. We're a Murloc deck. Expedite is absolutely insane. Ghostlight Angler is like 1 mana 4/4. Don't mind if I do. Gentle Megasaur, Cold Light Seer, and Neptulon. Perfect pack for us. Alright, now things are going pretty well.
Some
If I can right-hand man my Ghostlight Angler that has the ability to be in my opening hand, perfect. That is absolute perfection at that point. It's on the board. And I can do it! That's insane. That's so good. Round of drinks. No, I don't want those. Diluting my deck. Reduce the cost of something by 3 for the run. Spirit Echo being 0 cost is really good. Because if Spirit Echo is 0 cost and then I fill my board with 1 mana Ghostlight Anglers who are 4/4s, then I just play Spirit Echo and then they all come back to my hand at some point and then they all get played for... Oh.
Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Is that rat wearing a little crown? That's adorable.
Okay, squash it.
So a lot of how we play this game is effectively going to be decided in what turn do I play my Ghostlight Angler. Right? Because I have it in my opening hand. It costs 2 by base. It gets expedited down to 1 cost. Right? It had 2/2 as its stats by base. But oh my god! That is the opening hand we always, always, always want. Ridiculous. On turn 2. The answer here is on turn 2.
I cannot do that.
Believe in yourself. Enemy wasted a Mark of the Lotus there. Ridiculous. Spirit Echo them. I can't hero power here because I do want to play Calling the Finishes next turn. It did it that time! I knew it, kids. The whole thing here is just rush down the face, right? And then the enemy's underbelly rats die as a result of you hitting the face and then them taking it out. That roll, that is. Calling the Finishes only get 3 Murlocs here. It's a little bit sad. Because I can just wait 1 more turn and then play it for 4 Murlocs at some point. I'm gonna double trade, try and do it. Or just play it now. Well, I can't actually kill the Sea Giant this turn, it's a problem. I think I just get Megafin then. Now I'm going to try and control the board a little bit here as well. Just because minions that have high health become really, really dangerous when they get buffed. I don't want to let the opponent have too many of those on the board, especially because I know they have exactly 1 more Blessing of the Ancients in hand because they because it's a twin spell, so I'd only seen them cast 1. Okay. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, not 5. Has to be the Cold Light Scope. I love that I have the fuel to do that based off of something I did on turn 2. This is getting far further into the fight than I've ever gotten here before. Yeah, I'm gonna have to suck a lot of minions this turn, so... Let's just naturally play that one, get it out of hand so we have space to pick up other cards with the Mega Fin. Keep going face. Well, this'll help us keep going face.
Try taking an extra turn.
I hadn't until now. But if you suggest it so highly, I might just consider it. You know what? Exclusively due to the fact that this lets me kill the Rat King there, I'm happy to go for full removal. I really didn't want face to get hit there, actually. That's okay. One of the 1/1s obviously goes against my Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which means my Underbelly Angler is still alive. Nope, never mind. They both die. No. Ooh. Strange minion to go for, especially considering I can now just flood my hand with more Murlocs. Value is not a problem for us at this point. I can just play both, and it's just... I'm going to trade that across. I don't need much more value in hands. That'll do. I love how this has just become the Ghostlight run. The one with all the Ghostlights in.
You are not welcome here.
Do you feel a chill?
Much appreciated, Khadgar. I do have to say, Khadgar has been much more generous recently than before. All right. So 50-50 that we get lethal here. But if we don't, we clear the board. It's good enough. Rag has just been constantly going face. Rag has the right idea. I think I just take 3 Swamp Queen Hagathas. They're quite powerful. They're probably way too late game for me to care about, but Tuskar, no. Primal Fin, no. Like, a lot of these are just really bad for us. Ysera flip to a 12-4 is just tragic. I guess Grommash Hellscream flipped would be good, because Grommash is a 410? I think? A 410 by base and gains +6 attack on Enrage. Or if this minion is damaged, because the Enrage keyword was removed.
Let us resolve this quickly. I guess we will have
Now
to
here,
do it
basically, I
ourselves.
just want to wait as long as I possibly can and then flood the entire board with Ghostlight Anglers.
Take a couple extra copies, that boss won't mind.
This is so much value. This is so much value that I actually need to start running it out at anti-value. Otherwise, I'm going to overfill my hand way too much.
Nature stands by my side.
That makes sense. Oh, really? Really? You're not gonna... Alright then. I'm gonna way overfill my hand here, but it's gonna be good. In a bad way, though. This whole board space thing is so limiting to me. And hand space.
Rise, my beautiful tree.
If you could just make this game unplayable on mobile, so that I could have a good desktop experience right now, I'd much appreciate it. As you can see, I purposefully removed a bunch of my own minions though. Like, I had minions on board, but not minions I wanted on board. I don't know how this works. Does this generate first, or do these generate first? They do, so I actually don't even get Megafin. That's so... That's so tragic. I'm really glad that I got a Murkai so that I can actually get something out of this whole board state I've managed to accumulate here, but... Yikes. That was the minion you removed. Alright. Yeah, that was the real problem on board. I see what you mean. I have the ability to draw a hell of a lot of Murlocs here. Alright, now I actually have a reasonable board state. Whew.
With deep roots, we will stand firm. You can knock them down, but they will.
We both just have way too much value. It's not good. It's just gonna take a billion years for anyone to die. You know what? I probably should have just attacked minion with that. Attacked face with that minion. It's entirely possible the enemy wouldn't have removed it. If not likely. Alright, I need to start dealing some damage to face as well. Otherwise, I just lose this battle eventually. So I think it is important that I... Oh, yes! Generate some big, big old Murkais. That's great. That is just so damn good. A whole turn. So I went from way too far away from lethal to even consider it to so close that now I ignore everything the enemy does on board and just go straight for lethal. Also, the enemy didn't even attack with the 2/2 before they transformed it, but yeah. It's a little mistake.
If a fool speaks in a forest, does anyone hear it?
Don't be sad. I put another copy in your deck.
Aw, thanks, bud. He's actually been quite helpful, I have to admit. Khadgar has been a friend recently. Alright, so what's that, our 6th?
Hey, take the flyby. The Kadoom bot guarantees a win.
No, it doesn't.
For somebody.
I could take case study. Continuum Collider allows me to push for lethal, but Case Study is more important in... like, a lot of the quest rewards are just really, really powerful. Flood. Having a single Bloodlust in this deck is, what, 21 burst a lot of the time? 21 burst is a lot of damage. That said, I could take Emperor Thaurissan and 2 Mistcallers pretty happily as well, considering how many of my deck is minions.
Get Madame Goya.
This is gonna be bad. So Goya extorts you, takes cards from your hand, and makes you pay money in order to get them back. And Goya also has the ability to lock you out of being able to play them by playing things like the Spellweaver Nerubian Spellweaver. All spells cost 2 more.
I know who you are. I know what you've done.
It is really, really important here that I get Ghostlight Angler out of my hand really quickly, because if the enemy takes it and then I can't get it back soon enough, that's how we lose the early game, rolling into losing the late game. So the enemy has the ability... The ability is replace a random card in your opponent's hand with an extortion. We'll see what that is in just a moment. Such good.
You will pay what you owe, one way or another.
That's the one I wanted, obviously.
Some say money cannot buy happiness. They lie.
Yeah, so Lothar would be locking me out of removing the extortion on anything I had at this point, right?
Go ahead. Draw another. Nobody's looking.
Thank you. I'm gonna play my weaker Ghostlight Angler here. Just to get some board state. Deal 4 damage to an enemy combo and 1 damage to all other enemies. Okay. Never seen that before.
Items have a way of increasing price at the worst of times.
So I kind of do need to have more minions in my hand so that I can get, you know, so that the more of them that are extorted, the less it matters to me at that point. So I'm going to want to try and draw as much as possible.
The invisible power of the market
That's fine.
at work.
Wasn't going to be playing that soon anyway.
Feel a chill.
Good chill there, though. That Spirit Echo is really important. I have to play Ghostlight and then Spirit Echo. Oh, that's so annoying. I can't have the Spirit Echo or Ghostlight removed. Can I? Because I really, really, really want Trogzor to go down here, but how do I develop a board that does it?
Nothing.
I mean, Trogzor is frozen here, so I should just be able to do it next turn. It's fine. So the enemy has this slow building Jade engine going on right now.
Price on that.
Spirit Echo. So I have to play a spell in order to get the spell that I want to play. That is really harsh right now. Having Spirit Echo on these minions is huge, but do I want to give my opponent 2 Burly Rockjaw Trogs in order to get it? As well as buff one of those Burly Rockjaw Trogs? Seems like a bad idea.
From Wicker Vow, hear my
Looking for board clear.
these cursed spells I give to
Guess I'll take a
thee.
draw. To a minion. Not an enemy minion, but a minion. I guess I'll go Soul of the Murlocs here. So I just got like a really good Murloc companion card. Yay! Not really what I wanted at all, but yay!
A bit blunt for my tastes, but he does me well. Think of this as an investment in our future relationship.
I just wanted a board clear, damn it. Come on. I just need Trogzor dead. I guess, and the Lotus Bruises now as well. And the Burly Rockjaw Trog. So the enemy has a bunch of ways to benefit off of us playing spells, yeah. Makes sense that's where they stopped controlling the board, but it's really good for me. So I'm gonna Flesh Eating Ghoul, try to kill you. Try to kill you. Cards in hand, neat. As well as my Mega Fin.
My life is your shield.
And now I'm gonna very slowly start controlling the entire game. When I said very slowly, oh, I meant it. I hate this enemy so much. At least let me clear the board state. Yeah, that'll do it. Whew! Alright, now we are fine. Let's get our Underbelly Angler back. And Primal Fin Lookout. So then I can play those two and get 2 more Murlocs into my hand. Just want to give me a 1 cost, which I can play. And the other one's also a 1 cost, which I can play. Neat. I get to flood the board a little here. It's a pretty weak 1-mana minion. Ooh! Micro Machine. Unless the enemy has a way to deal with that, that's just going to get real buff. Hey, they didn't deal with it. You can extort as much of my hand as you would like. It's not going to work out for you the way you want.
I put another copy in your deck.
Okay, I'm 1 damage short of being able to kill this Jaded Golem. No, I'm not. No, because I can get the second Bluegill Sniper here. That's the random legendary you gave me? Wild. I'm just trying to keep it alive. Scargill, your Murlocs cost 1.
I am the Ooger of Dookers.
I'm very glad to finally have my first win against Matt. I hope it's not presumptuous at this point to say that this is a win. Yeah, very, very happy to have my first win against Madame Goya now.
Did you bring some fish?
So play the Spirit Echo. Doesn't get much better past this point. I'm trying to run cards out of my hand for the sake of playing Mistcaller and Megafin. Guess I'll play that one and then go all face. Yeah, this one looks like a W. Aya is really, really powerful. If anything was going to dig you out of its hole, Aya was going to be part of it. I'm ashamed to say that powerful doesn't mean powerful enough in this circumstance. Just keep bopping, just keep bopping. And death go off with the finisher. I am so damn glad that we managed to equalize there. A large amount of it was out of deciding, okay, this is where I need tempo and this is where I need value, which is something I feel like I'm getting better at over the course of the Dalaran adventures.
City almost definitely won't explode and fall from the sky.
For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Underbelly here in the Hearthstone Dalaran adventures. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you next time.